So, I mean, the CCP they're notoriously hostile to the free press, to dissidents, to anyone who goes against the state ideologically, and we're hearing a lot of things coming out of China, various reports ranging from concentration camps, forced labor, forced sterilization, organ harvesting, genocides. The word genocide's been used a lot, obviously, and I'm just wondering, what is your perception of what is actually happening, and how are we able to verify it in any sort of objective manner, given the control of information that China has?
Yeah, thank you. This is a very good question. Even though the Chinese government completely blocked, any news to, any news leakage, I would say they went at lengths to persecute the people who have a family living abroad. For example, I lost contact with my own family, my sisters and my brothers, since January 2017. And after 2 months, I couldn't get hold of them from October 2016. And then the last phone call when I had with my eldest brother on the 3rd of January 2017, when I asked him why no one is answering my phone call. And he said they did the right thing and please leave us in God's hands. Soon after that exchange, and there are news about this mass detention started. So we learned that the people either summoned to the police station, or police would just come to the houses and place black hood over the head and take people away. And in some cases, the entire family, leaving young children in the house alone, and then taking away all the adults. And a lot of news is through the word of mouth, and also some Uyghurs managed to contact some family members inside the country, inside the region, especially people in Turkey. A lot of them still continued using WeChat and other apps. Also, there are Uyghurs very bravely reached out to like Radio Free Asia, our one of them very major media news reports in America, Radio Free Asia. And also some reporters from Radio Free Asia. They are very skilled reporters. They would call up the local government or the police stations or the villages and just ask questions. And a lot of them unguarded, that they didn't know they were speaking to journalists from, US, and they gave it away. Said we have arrested 10% of the population, or we have collected thousands of prayer mats, and we have burned books. We've been. So this is actually came out directly from people over there. And also there were leaked documents, and as well as the official Chinese government's notices. Their notices that is displayed and on some open kind of public places.
So, with you saying that a number of officials have slipped up and give away information and not realising who they're speaking to, and how can we get a sort of idea of what the scale of this horrible issue is in terms of concentration camps? You said something like 10% of the population. I think I read somewhere there's 12 million Uyghurs in the region. So I mean, these concentration camps must be absolutely brimming with people. I mean, how is it possible to keep something as large scale as that out of the eyes of anyone who wants to expose it?
Absolutely. The CCP wanted to completely block the information, wanted to fool the world that they built these facilities only to re-educate the backward, uneducated Uyghurs that, who are the troublemakers in order to stabilize the region, to develop, to lift, or called poverty elevated programs, etc., etc. If you read the Chinese propaganda, you will be convinced that they are doing the right thing. But in reality, these concentration camps are the torture camps. It's one of those, just like okay, I become a bit emotional when I talk about this. It's just so painful to even talk about these things. So how the world learned about it? One, the satellite images of these camps, the scale, the size of these. Also, these independent researchers like Dr. Adrian Zenz, who is the China expert, and many other independent researchers who visited the region. Some visited the region, some analyzed the Chinese government's own sources, and wrote the report, based on all this evidence. Also, the reporters like John Sudwis, for example, from the BBC, who reported from inside the region. He was, in one of his reports, he was outside the Dabanchin camp, just outskirts of Urumqi, the capital of the Uyghur region, which can hold up to 30 to 40,000 Uyghurs. And the satellite image of this barbed wire, and you can identify these are not an ordinary facilities, these are prisons. Then in early 2018, some camp survivors, because of they are being foreign nationals, were released from camps after serving many months, and one of whom is Umar Bakali, and he revealed his ordeal while he was arrested and placed in one of these facilities. And he revealed that this brainwashing campaign, and our people are forced to denounce their religion, language, and culture. They were forced to eat pork, and all this. From when we compare what we already heard from word of mouth, what is happening, then the accounts from the people who had an experience, spent many months in these camps. Later, we had more detainees were released, like Mihrigul Tursun, Zumrat Dawood, and Gulbahar Jalolova. And all these camp survivors gave very similar detail of the overcrowding situation, the food deprivation, sleep deprivation, and the lack of sanitary and torture. Revealed people disappearing after being taken for questioning. And Mihrigul revealed that 9 deaths during her detention. 9 women lost their life, and 2 teachers, ex-camp teachers, one now living in Holland, another one lives in Sweden, and both revealed very similar accounts of how women and men are subjected to torture and brainwashing education. All people are had shaven, wearing same color uniform, and shackled and chained. And these are the kind of image that we heard. And later you must have seen that footage of drone footage of how this man was shackled and had shaven. And also in November 2019, there was a huge leak, classified document, China cable and other leak of 407 pages of the classified document and leaked to the press. And that revealed the what the Chinese governments, in their own words, for example, Xi Jinping said, show no mercy. Show no mercy in one of his speech. And those documents revealed the pre-planned operation since 2014, and who is behind the architect of these camps. And said the Chen Quanguo, the party secretary of the region, he said these facilities, these people must be taught like school. It must be taught like school, manage like military, and defend like a prison. So taught like school, manage like a military, and defend like a school. And in also the government's own documents, they said the Uyghurs, they are like a malignant tumor, and the Islam is like a mental disease.
And these are official state comments and documents.
Official in Chinese, in Chinese. So the Uyghurs and they are the malignant tumor. So because these terrorists, they are the malignant tumor, and the Islam is a mental disease, and you cannot uproot weeds among the crops one by one. You must use chemical to kill them all. We are not making up these. Only people, when they listen, when they read, when they research these documents, they can believe why I say this is genocide. This is genocide.